supposed to be like magic, isn't it? I thought it was real.
The magic is real. But it's within you, it always has been.
Released on August 20th, 1993, Surf Ninjas is a martial arts comedy about two teenage surfers from Los Angeles, Johnny and Adam, who discover they are the crown princes of a fictional Southeast Asian kingdom called Patusan, whose people have been living under the brutal rule of a metal-faced dictator named Colonel Chi. One cast member was already deaf when he made the film, and almost no one knew. One cast member is the first cousin twice removed of Gene Autry. One became the first Asian American woman to be crowned Miss Teen USA. One accidentally released a vampire from a coffin in the 1960s and spent the rest of his career trying to live it down. So where did they all end up? Cowan plays Adam, the younger brother, the video game-obsessed kid whose Sega Game Gear functions as a genuine oracle in the film's universe, predicting events and influencing outcomes with the logic of a 12-year-old who has decided this is entirely plausible. Adam is the film's secret weapon, and its most honest portrait of what children actually believe technology can do. Cowan was born on September 13th, 1979, in Los Angeles, California, to a Filipino father and Irish-German mother. He became interested in acting at 6. He made his film debut in No Man's Land alongside Charlie Sheen, but was cut from the final print. His credits before this film include a small part in Alligator 2, The Mutation, and 2 episodes of In the Heat of the Night. Surf Ninjas was his largest role by a significant margin. After the film, he appeared on the podcast How Did This Get Made in 2017 to discuss his experience on the production, a rare public engagement with his past. His most recent credited role appears to be a minor part in the 2023 film Dix, the musical. He is 46 years old as of May 2026. Rob Schneider plays Iggy, Johnny and Adam's hapless, comedically panicking, deeply loyal best friend, the one who goes on the adventure entirely because he cannot think of a reason not to, and who provides the film's loudest performance in its quietest moments. Rob Schneider was born Robert Michael Schneider on October 31st, 1963, in San Francisco, California, and raised in the suburb of Pacifica. His father, Marvin, was a real estate broker. His mother, Pilar Monroe, was a teacher who became a school board president and has Filipino heritage. Schneider has spoken about his mixed Jewish, Catholic, and Filipino background throughout his career. He began performing stand-up as a teenager and made his way to Saturday Night Live in 1990, earning 3 Primetime Emmy nominations across 4 seasons, and creating characters including the Richmeister and the Orgasm Guy. Surf Ninjas was his second film appearance. After Surf Ninjas, Rob Schneider became best known as the star of Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo and its sequel, and as a frequent collaborator of Adam Sandler in The Waterboy, Big Daddy, Little Nicky, and Grown Ups. He has been married 3 times. His eldest daughter from his first marriage is singer Elle King, whose relationship with her father was strained for years. He publicly apologized to her in 2024, and the two began a reconciliation. He has become a vocal anti-vaccine advocate, a Trump supporter, and a conservative commentator, a significant shift from his registered Democrat history. He separated from his third wife, Patricia Azarcoya Arce, in 2025. He is 62 years old as of May 2026. Ernie Reyes Jr. plays Johnny, the older brother, the reluctant hero, the one who has to be convinced that the destiny everyone around him sees in him is real. Johnny is a genuinely skilled martial artist who doesn't want to be a prince, which makes him a more honest protagonist than most films of this kind allow. Ernie Reyes Jr. was born Ernie E. Reyes Jr. on January 15, 1972, in San Jose, California, to a family defined by martial arts. His father, Ernie Reyes Sr., is one of the most accomplished martial arts instructors in the United States. Ernie Jr. began training at age 3 and holds a 6th Dan Black Belt in Taekwondo. He played Kino the pizza delivery boy in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, was the stunt performer inside the Donatello costume in the original TMNT film, and was offered the role of Donatello in the third TMNT film. He turned it down because he had already committed to Surf Ninjas. He was also a regular on the ABC series Sidekicks alongside Gil Gerard. After Surf Ninjas, Ernie Reyes Jr. appeared in The Rundown alongside Dwayne Johnson, did stunt work on Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and performed motion capture for Avatar and Alice in Wonderland. He married Lisa Reyes on November 11, 2009, and they have 2 children. He continues to run a dojo and work in martial arts instruction and performance. He is 54 years old as of May 2026. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week. Leslie Nielsen plays Colonel Chi, the film's villain, the metal-faced dictator of Patusan, who delivers every line with the confident deadpan of a man who genuinely does not understand why his schemes keep failing. Nielsen plays Colonel Chi with the same serene unawareness he brought to Frank Drebin, which means the character is simultaneously the film's least menacing villain and its most consistently funny. Leslie Nielsen was born Leslie William Nielsen on February 11, 1926, in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. His father, Ingvard, was a Danish immigrant and Royal Canadian Mounted Police officer. His mother, Mabel, was a Welsh immigrant. His older brother, Eric Nielsen, became a Canadian politician and served as Deputy Prime Minister of Canada under Brian Mulroney from 1984 to 1986. Leslie grew up 200 miles south of the Arctic Circle at Fort Norman. He joined the Royal Canadian Air Force as an aerial gunner at 17. He was almost completely deaf by this point, a condition he managed secretly for most of his career. After the war, he worked as a DJ, studied at the Academy of Radio Arts in Toronto, received a scholarship to the Neighborhood Playhouse in New York, and spent 30 years playing serious leading men. Forbidden Planet, The Poseidon Adventure, Before Airplane, reinvented him at age 54. Roger Ebert called him the Olivier of spoofs. He always carried a whoopee cushion and used it in interviews, press junkets, and formal occasions throughout his life. After Surf Ninjas, Leslie Nielsen continued in the comedy parody space, Naked Gun 33 and 1/3, Dracula, Dead and Loving It, Spy Hard, and several scary movie entries, and toured in a one-man show about attorney Clarence Darrow. He married 4 times, most recently to Barbary Earl in 2001. He died on November 28, 2010, at a hospital in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, of pneumonia, surrounded by his wife and friends. His nephew told the AFP, with his friends and his wife by his side, he just fell asleep and passed away. He was 84 years old. Ernie Reyes Sr. plays Zatch, the mysterious eye-patch-wearing warrior who has spent years protecting the princes without their knowledge, who functions as the film's conscience and its most genuinely skilled fighter. Zatch is the role that required no fiction at all. Ernie Reyes Sr. was born Ernesto E. Reyes Sr. on February 12, 1947. His parents were Filipino immigrants who came to California in the 1920s. He grew up in Salinas, California, working in the fields from the age of 12. He graduated from San Jose State University with a degree in business administration and began studying martial arts in 1966. He co-founded West Coast World Martial Arts, which now operates over 35 schools, teaching more than 7,000 students across the United States. He has choreographed fight sequences for major film productions and is widely regarded as one of the most influential Filipino-American martial arts figures in the country. He has 5 children, including Ernie Jr. and actor Lee Reyes. Playing the protective father of the 2 princes on screen, he was playing the protective father of his own son's character, a real-life dynamic that gives every Zatch scene a quality no script could manufacture. He is 79 years old as of May 2026. Kelly Hu plays Romay, the Padusani princess who has been betrothed to Johnny since infancy and who arrives in Los Angeles knowing exactly who he is while he has no idea who she is, a dynamic the film exploits with more comic precision than most of its other setups. Kelly Hu was born Kelly Ann Hu on February 13, 1968 in Honolulu, Hawaii, to a Chinese father, an English mother, and native Hawaiian heritage. Her father Herbert was a salesman. Her mother Juanita worked various jobs to support the family. Her brother Glenn serves as a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army. She attended Kamehameha schools in Honolulu, a school with admissions preference for native Hawaiian students. At 17, she was crowned Miss Teen USA 1985, the first Asian American to win the title. She modeled in Japan and Italy before relocating to Los Angeles. She won Miss Hawaii USA in 1993, 8 years after her teen title. She holds a black belt in karate and was the first Asian American woman to appear on the cover of Maxium, in an issue that became the magazine's best-selling edition in its history. After Surf Ninjas, Kelly Hu built one of the most diverse careers in her generation, Lady Deathstrike in X2, X-Men United, Cassandra in The Scorpion King, China White across multiple seasons of Arrow, Pearl on The Vampire Diaries, and extensive voice work across animation and video games including Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe, Renegades, Zhong Zhong in Avatar, The Last Airbender, characters in Mortal Kombat X and 11, and Ghost of Tsushima. She returned to Phineas and Ferb as Stacey Hirano when the show was revived in 2023 and again in 2025. She maintains a private personal life and has no children. She is 57 years old as of May 2026. John Karlen plays Mac, the adoptive father of Johnny and Adam, the good-natured, slightly bewildered man who has been raising two crown princes in a Los Angeles suburb without knowing it, whose fundamental warmth and mild confusion anchor the film's domestic scenes. John Karlen was born John Adam Karlowich on May 28, 1933, in Brooklyn, New York. He served in the Korean War, studied at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and made his Broadway debut in 1959 in Tennessee Williams' Sweet Bird of Youth, directed by Elia Kazan, taking over a role originated by Rip Torn. He became a cult figure by playing Willie Loomis, a con man who broke into a family mausoleum and accidentally released a vampire who had been chained in a coffin for 200 years. In 179 episodes of the gothic ABC soap opera Dark Shadows, he won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series in 1986 for playing Harvey Lacey, husband of Tyne Daly's detective on Cagney and Lacey. Across 110 episodes, he acknowledged a gambling addiction that had cost him considerable money. He died on January 22, 2020, of congestive heart failure in hospice in Burbank, California, at the age of 86. He was survived by his son Adam and former wife Betty. Cone Locke plays Lieutenant Spence, the Los Angeles police officer who joins the boys' adventure with the kind of resigned acceptance of impossible events that suggests he has seen too much to be surprised. Spence provides the film's most deadpan running gag, a police officer who stops policing the moment things get interesting. Tone Locke was born Anthony Terrell Smith on March 3, 1966, in Los Angeles, California. His father died when he was 6. He was a member of the Crips as a teenager. His mother enrolled him in Hollywood professional school to get him out of gang life. His raspy voice is the result of a childhood accident in which hot tea scalded his throat. His debut single Wild Thing sampled Van Halen's Jamie's Cryin' Without Permission, settled via civil lawsuit. Both Wild Thing and Funky Cold Medina were co-written with Young MC. Lock It After Dark reached #1 on the Billboard 200. After Surf Ninjas, he continued acting in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and Heat, and performing on nostalgia tours. In 2024, he received his PhD. He is 59 years old as of May 2026. Thanks for sticking to the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos exploring your favorite casts from the past.